On April 16th, he called Kashmir the jugular vein of Pakistan. And in less than a week, on the 22nd of April, Pakistan-backed terrorists carried out the Pahalgam attack in Kashmir. The man who made the remarks? General Asim Munir, the Pakistani army chief. He will now deal with India's wrath. And at this juncture, it's important to know who Asim Munir is and what made him say what he said. Here is the career and the mind of the Pakistani army chief, decoded. Let's start with what the Pakistani army chief's two-nation theory and jugular vein speech was all about. While addressing a convention of overseas Pakistanis with the Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif watching, Munir delivered a speech that would later be seen as an instigation. He revived the two-nation theory, the idea behind the creation of Pakistan in 1947. He reasserted that Hindus and Muslims are two distinct nations. But Munir didn't stop there. He called Kashmir the jugular vein of Pakistan, meaning Pakistan's existence is linked to Kashmir. Terrorists who shared his ideological perspective struck on the 22nd of April in India's Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam district, killing at least 26 people. Their religions were asked, and when they could not recite kalmas, they were shot dead. From practically each region of India, north to south, west to northeast, these tourists had assembled in the Baisaran meadows and they were shot dead. It is only natural that questions were raised about Munir's rhetoric. Did he fuel this deadly attack? Amid heightened tensions, a misplaced word or phrase can spark off a war. But what may have led Munir to say such things? For that, we need to look at his life and his career. Sayyid Asim Munir Ahmad Shah, that's his full name. He was born in 1966 in Rawalpindi, Pakistan, into a family with deep roots in religious learning. His father, Sayyid Sarwar Munir, wasn't just a school principal, he was also an imam who led prayers at a local mosque. Growing up in a household steeped in Islamic tradition, it's no surprise that Munir would later embrace his religious identity, positioning himself as an Islamic scholar and an expert in the Quran. He claims to be a Hafiz-e-Quran. That means someone who completely memorized the entire Quran. For Asim Munir, his religious identity isn't just personal, it's political as well. Unlike his predecessors who came from military or bureaucratic backgrounds, Munir's rise is marked by his deep connection to religious ideology. And that could be important, especially considering the history of Pakistan's military leaders who've used Islamic rhetoric to justify war against India. To understand why, we need to delve deeper into Munir's military career. It began in 1986 during the era of General Zia-ul-Haq, the man who became Pakistan's dictator. It was a time when the army's influence in Pakistan was at its peak, and Zia used his Islamic identity to legitimize his power. Munir's early service included assignments in Saudi Arabia, where he is said to have further honed his religious studies. It is there that he reportedly learnt the Quran by heart. Many of Munir's postings were in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, including as the Chief of Staff of the One Strike Corps in POK. Perhaps very significant among these is his tenure at the Siachen Glacier, which may have put him squarely opposite Indian forces. General Munir's rise wasn't without challenges. Between 2016 and 2018, he served as Director General of Military Intelligence and then as head of Pakistan's spy agency, the Inter-Services Intelligence or ISI. But his tenure as ISI chief was the shortest in Pakistan's history, just 8 months. Why? Because his tensions with then Prime Minister Imran Khan. Now, these conflicts are well known, with Khan himself criticizing Munir for his role in the military's interference in politics. Munir became the Chief of Army Staff in November 2022, just a few months after Khan was ousted as Prime Minister. As Army Chief of Pakistan, Munir faced multiple crises. Imran Khan's ouster and jailing snowballed into political turmoil. Afghanistan's Taliban takeover led to a volatile western border as well. Pakistan faced a number of terror attacks internally, from bombings to shootings by local Taliban to Islamic State and every group in between. But perhaps the most daunting challenge was Pakistan's crumbling economy, ravaged by years of mismanagement. His speech on the two-nation theory came as India-Pakistan relations were breaking, and his rhetoric only helped escalate the situation. Now, with the Pahalgam terror attack fresh in everyone's minds, General Asim Munir faces a dangerous crossroads. His call to remember the two-nation theory has not only stoked nationalist flames in Pakistan, it could increase the pressure on Pakistan's military to be more aggressive against India. And we all know how that has ended for Pakistan in the past. Already, Pakistani ministers are talking up its nuclear war capabilities, and the threat of an Indo-Pak war is more real now than ever in recent times. Whether his words were simply political posturing aimed at a local audience or a dangerous provocation aimed at India, we may never know. But the consequences in the wake of Pahalgam could be dire for Pakistan. For now, the world watches closely as Pakistan's military chief holds the fate of millions in his hands. Do you think he will be able to handle a possible conflict with India? Let me know in the comments.